Hi guys, Crypto Chris here. Today I want to talk to you all about Midas Dao. Now, full disclosure, I do have money invested with Midas Dao, and also I want to make this absolutely clear. This is not financial advice. This is just one guy's opinion on a DAO he quite likes. Now, the reason I do like Midas Dao is because it's 2 months old and it has been stress tested to the max and is actually on its way back up, and steadily as well. Because what you want to avoid with these DAOs is the crazy pump and dumps, which, let's face it, every DAO has experienced, every Olympus fork has experienced, and actually a lot of the Olympus forks have been rugged. A lot of people have lost a lot of money and they will never get that back. This is where Midas is different. So it originally started as an Olympus fork. They wanted to be a decentralized reserve currency. They're on the Avalanche network. But this isn't what they are now. This was V1. V2 is completely different, and we will get onto that. But I want to do the sort of whole story, because it really is a phoenix from the ashes story. Now, when Crown first came out, it was early December, and as you can tell, it was about $20-ish when it first came out. Bang, straight up to $300, and it got to all-time highs of $500. Now, this is because, like loads of other Olympus forks, they entered the APY wars, and the APY for Midas was just absolutely insane. It was the most degen APY you could ever imagine. In fact, it was so big I don't actually think you can pronounce it. I'll have a good go. I heard somewhere that it was about 256 triple quadrillion % APY. Some people were saying it was about 300% APY, 300% every 5 days. Insane amount. Now, that is good in terms of initial investment. You need that initial investment, and there's so many DAOs were popping up everywhere that it was enticing to people, especially big bags, because they were literally tripling their money every 5 days. But as we all know, this can't last forever, and it didn't. Unfortunately, people sold, they got all their money out, plus a hell of a lot of profits, which you can't really blame them. It's the aim of the game. You want to make as much money as possible. But it did it absolutely a few days before Christmas, just got annihilated. And I'm not going to lie, a lot of people were worried here, because, like I said, so many forks were getting, and DAOs were getting rugged, people losing their money forever. I mean, come on, let's face it, how easy is it to be sat there with a huge treasury and just see you later? Like, it's easy done. You'd be a millionaire overnight, no problem. But now this is why I love Midas, because this isn't what Midas is about. They're not ruggers. The dev team are incredible. Throughout this whole carnage, most places, even like Ohm, Time, you go to the Discord, it is utter pandemonium, because everyone's just so annoyed at the price going down, which you would be, you've invested in it. But Midas was different. The community was just so strong, and honestly, I'll put all the links up in the description below. But the Discord community just was fantastic. Even though all hell was breaking loose, they still stayed positive. The dev team were in constant communication with everyone. They were constantly thinking up new ways to mitigate any of this happening again. And they didn't give up. And you know what? When you invest in something, especially like I said, the high APYs is what initially gets people in. But what lets people stay and makes people stay is the team behind the project. Because if you've got a strong team behind a project, you feel a lot safer. Your money is in good hands. And they're not in it for short term. If they were, they could have rugged, gone off, lived a happy life. Very rich people. They didn't. They're in this for long term. They want this to grow. They want a sustainable DAO. And this is what they're creating. So, yes, this was all terrible. But the community was incredible. Honestly, join Midas Discord. It's one of the funniest places I've been. Out of all the Discords that I'm in, Midas is the best by far. You'll know me because I'm putting the eggplant emojis everywhere, because basically this is how it makes me feel. So then, to get over this, basically the pump and dumps, the dev team come up with a solution, and this is where V2 comes in. They've literally implemented this a few days ago. Now V2 is a new smart contract, but with a twist. So there's now a tax on certain things. There's a 30% tax for unstaking. So if you stake your crown on Midas, and then unstake, you'll be taxed 30%. But this lowers 5% each day you don't unstake it. So basically, by the time 7 days comes, you'll be 0% tax for unstaking. But if you unstake any amount or stake more crown, this tax will be reset to 30%. Now the reason they do this is because it prevents rebase sniping. So rebase sniping, if you don't know, is basically you pull your money out into a stable coin, wait a few minutes before the rebase happens, get in, get the rebase, come back out again, and you keep doing that. Now again, you can't blame people for doing that. I've done it. I've done it on time. I've done it on quite a few other DAOs. It's a good way to get a lot more token. So yeah, you can't blame anyone for doing it, but they have got over this by doing this 30% tax. And now a lot of people are, well, it's a mixed bag really. Some people think the tax won't work, some people think the tax will work. I personally think it will. I think it's a good idea. It helps investors know that their money's not getting diluted away. I think it's a great idea. So that's the reason for the 30% initial unstaking tax. And like I said, it does ladder down 5% each day. So for example, if you stake something if you stake crown, and then leave it there for 7 days, when you unstake it, it will be 0% tax for that, but will be reset when you stake or unstake again. And then you've got the buy and sell taxes. Now these taxes they're not set in stone. It changes with the price of crown. Now the default setting of sell and buy tax above the price of $200 per crown is 6% sell tax and 3% buy tax. But as I said before, this can change to suit the protocol's needs. Basically, the lower the price, the higher the sell tax, and the lower the price, the lower the buy tax. This is done to basically discourage selling whilst encouraging buying in a dumpy market. Now, what I really like about this is all revenues from the taxes will be split 80% into the LP and 20% into the treasury to help fund marketing. So, like I said, this team is thinking well ahead into the future. They want to be a stable and profitable DAO. And this is what I mean. They're not really a fork of Olympus anymore. They are their own thing. they've come up with this strategy, and I think it's going to work. I think long term, I'm so bullish on Midas, it's unreal. If we look at their V2 chart now, look at this. When it launched, it was a 1-to-1, V1 to V2. You didn't get taxed on it at all, and absolute Shrek's dick from 60 to 90. Then we had a dump, which, don't get me wrong, is great. You get the tax revenue from it. So now you don't actually feel annoyed when people sell, because if anything, they're helping the protocol, which in turn helps you. So yeah, encourage the swing traders, encourage the whales, because they're only adding to the pot. It's a win-win for everyone. Everyone is winning. They're getting their profit. The protocol is getting its revenue. It is genius. So this is why I'm so bullish on Crown. I can't stress this enough. Please go in the Discord, join them, and you'll see the dev team are insane. They are so good. The whole team behind Midas is insane. And the chat is just hilarious. It's pure degen stuff sometimes, and a lot of the time a lot of serious stuff. But basically the treasury then will be used to generate income using MCC strategies, but instead of the profits being split between Crown token holders, the profits will be used to buy back and burn. Now this is revolutionary because it actually stabilises the price while still allowing a very enticing APY. And this is what you need. You still need the constant flow of investors, so the APY is going to be there to help that along. It's going to entice the investors in. But it's also going to stabilise the price because they're going to buy back they're basically taking something that's very inflationary with the APY and stabilising it by buying back and burning the tokens. So this is why I love Crown and Midas community, and this is why I'm very bullish on it. Now, if you already are in Crown and you're on the V1 and you want to switch to V2, there's a really good video by someone called One Broke Millennial. I'll tag his video in the comments below. And he basically walks through how to migrate. It's a really good video, really simple process. So my thoughts on the taxes are, yes, it may dissuade people, but really it's going to be dissuading the people that you don't want in the protocol in the first place, because these people are going to be the major pump and dumpers. If you've got people investing in something that has a tax on it, but they know that that tax is going to be used to help the protocol grow, they're the right investor. They're someone you want in. Yes, everyone's going to take profits. It's the whole point of it. We don't get in to lose money, and we don't get in to not make money. We want to make a lot of money. But with this, it really helps to mitigate the pump and dumps, so people aren't holding the bag. Again, the dev team, I can't stress enough how amazing these guys are. Now, I've got no affiliation with them personally. Like I said, I do have money staked with Midas, but that's it. I'm only telling you from a personal experience of how incredible the dev team are. They are in constant communication, and they're freaking geniuses. Honestly, check them out. They're unreal. And check out the Discord community, because there's so many people in there. Like, the mods are incredible. There's so much knowledge in there, and it's a laugh. I could spend all day in the Discord community. Yeah, it's just a great place. It's a little safe place for me to go and let out all my craziness. And yeah, so Midas Dao, honestly, check them out. Really do your own research, but I'm so bullish on them. It is unreal. Anyway, thanks so much for tuning in and listening to me. And again, thanks so much for all the likes and subscribes. It really helps my channel grow. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.